All right. Drake here.
And Scrappy. I'm going to go ahead and do an explanation on this song because I will have to do minor damage control because of who's on the song, but there is a good explanation why.
So this is NF doing Who I Was.
Yes.
With
MGK
from NF's new album.
Yes. So he just recently released the Fear EP a couple of days ago. I will shamefully go ahead and admit this. I have been a fan of MGK for a couple of years. I didn't really respect him as a person. I did enjoy his music. It was catchy enough for me. Recently, though, he has kind of changed his ways. He had gotten clean off of the drugs that he was using for the last 2 years, I believe. Gave his life up to God, and this is kind of the whole idea of why this collaboration is actually even possible.
Oh, so he's kind of gotten straight.
Yeah, he's gotten straight. So as I was explaining to you,
like, all right, we'll do this together.
Yeah, but pretty much it's like a dream collaboration because he's too, as much as MGK has caused enough problems in his life, he has suffered from a lot of issues in his own life and mental illness the same way NF has. So for this collaboration to finally kick off, I think was a huge step forward for a lot of things. So
all right,
yeah.
So this is the audio version. There's
yeah, like I said, there's no video or anything. It just all came out.
All right, so here we go. This is Who I Was, NF with MGK. Here we go.
Yep.
Turn my vocal up and then just let it run. Stuck in traffic, trying to find my way to a home that I've never known on a GPS with no address, so I'll follow my heart, but my heart is scattered like my father's ashes in the back of the rental after I dropped his urn. Probably a metaphor for everything I've learned, like how the only love I'll have is gonna crash and burn, or how the poorest I felt was after the most I've earned. The biggest lie told is that no one should be concerned. There's gotta be another highway that don't lead to hell, a star to lead me through the darkest night like Christian Bale. I hid from God for more than 2 decades of life, and when I came back to the light, he didn't ask me if I'm Christian still, just opened up his arms and embraced me like I'm his son, erasing all the archetypes of what people like me become. Since I was young, my personality split like serpent's tongue, but all the poison in my body still ain't make me numb. I lost a best friend and felt all that, crying on his open casket while I knelt on that. I had a best man picked out for my wedding, but instead of getting married, I carried guilt and left all that. A vagabond that broke a bond for Boca Raton, who all along regretted he never kept all that. I left everything behind but this engagement ring and a frozen heart. I'm standing in the fire to melt all that, yeah.
If you want to hit pause. Yeah, that, personally for me, it hit...
that was MGK. That was like, that's not enough.
No, that was MGK.
So the first...
whole first is MGK, the next verse is NF.
I was like, okay. So I was like, this is definitely not enough. Because I've listened to enough of his stuff. So
yeah, MGK was the first verse.
That's where he's basically like saying, hey, I'm put the past behind me and now I'm doing this.
It really kind of divulges into like the whole theme of what basically tonight was with the 9 Inch Nails song. This song in general, personally for me,
gotcha.
It like especially the first verse for sure, but especially the second verse when we listen to it, explains kind of everything I've been through for like the last month.
Gotcha.
Where it's like I guess I'll use the word awakening. Maybe there's like a different word, but it kind of goes back to what you were explaining to me about the whole, afterlife stuff and whatever. And why I told you that, when we die, we just go to heaven. Personally for me, the line where he said, for 20 years, I've, I turned my back away and
like
came...
2 decades?
Yeah. I wouldn't say that long, but for most of my 20s, I have struggled going... I completely left religion for a good while, came back, and was kind of like in and out. And especially with everything that's been going on and the things that I want to do for myself, I kind of decided I'm going to put my full responsibility and like effort back into my faith. Like, I just want the structure back and everything. So just to know that he's talking about just leaving his past behind and starting anew, starting fresh.
Yeah.
It hit me in a different way where it's like, no, I need this. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say burn everything to the ground, but I just want to I want a whole brand new canvas and just rewrite everything you know, and that's just kind of how the first verse went. The NF part explains a little bit more, but we'll get into that when we get into that. But
all right,
yeah, let's just keep going.
I'm standing in the fire to melt all that, yeah.
Show, need to take a breath and calm down. Try to regulate, don't know how. Wasn't taught that in my house. Kids on my own, I step back. Look at those smiles and feel sad. Hope they don't wind up like that. Stuck in this loop like I am. I called you, never heard back. After everything we've been through, the good and the bad, you about to throw it all away and overreact. Because I overreacted, karma, I guess. My temper gets the best of me, a part of me that I wish I knew how to get rid of. It's the issue I had. My MO, say I need you and I love you to death, then turn around and go and treat you like you nothing but trash. I know I messed that part up. I know. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I lash out, need to take a breath and calm down. Try to regulate, don't know how. Wasn't taught that in my house. Kids on my own, I step back. Look at those smiles and feel sad. Hope they don't wind up like that. Stuck in this loop like I am.
So
I followed that.
Yeah, the second explanation hits more home to me with NF because I will admit that in my past I have had issues where
that was pretty. It was 3 minutes. That was pretty short.
Yeah. But yeah, the regulation part, to the not knowing how to regulate part, especially with what I've done substance abuse wise, it's so hard, and I have dealt with the anger and just the pettiness that I kind of bring to the table and everything.
So how long has this been out?
Like, what's today? Saturday? Yesterday.
Oh, it's only been
out 2 days. It's literally just came out.
Literally brand new.
Yeah, but yeah, no. That's why I
got on the on the.
Yeah, that's why I got you on it right there. But that's why I said like this was a song where it just, when I heard it yesterday, I was just like, oh wow, this really kind of resonates with me, because it's like, it's not only talking about how I want to get better for the future that I want, and maybe potentially, you know, if children are down the line, I don't want to pass down what I've had to go through to them. Yeah. But also, in order to do that, as the first verse explains, I have to take the steps to change everything about myself. So
makes sense. Well, Scrappy's coming to the light, folks.
Finally.
And that was really cool. Yeah. I can F. I haven't really listened to any MGK.
Let me put
it was all right.
Let me put it this way: if you did, do not listen to anything but his last album.
Gotcha.
Because his last album will probably be the only album you'd like.
Gotcha. All right. Well, comment, like, subscribe. If there's other NF stuff you want us to check out, comment below. And we're getting out of here.
Woo woo.